welcome to CBJ News. I'm Ishan. One of the UK's biggest live music events will go ahead this weekend despite Monday's terror attack. The Dot to Dot festival starts in Manchester today and comes to Nottingham on Sunday. The organisers say that security is being reviewed, but they don't want to let fear and hate stop the festival from taking place. Meanwhile, in Nottingham, the Muslim community came together last night in the city centre to commemorate Monday's attack in Manchester. It was organised by the city charity Himma, who invited all communities. Flowers were distributed and candles were lit. Many different faith speakers were invited to the event to unite Nottingham. The charity emphasised that although the suicide bomber had a Muslim name, he does not represent Islam. 22 people were killed, affecting many, including Muslim communities.
These acts that are done by people who self-identify themselves as Muslims, I do not see any of my faith in that. So I'm just like everyone else in the UK. I don't see my faith. I'm horrified by it. At any one moment of those incidents, it could be my children.
Research by the University of Nottingham is giving hope to hundreds of thousands of people who suffer with the complication of diabetes. Iona Hampson joined us earlier in the studio and we asked her about the research. Take a look.
So the research is for patients who suffer with something called diabetic retinopathy, which is a complication of diabetes caused by high blood sugar levels, which then cause damage to the back of the eye, which can even result to blindness. So there is a current way of treating this, which is a very unpleasant injection in the eye, which the patients must have monthly. However, researchers at the University of Nottingham are seeing whether eye drops currently being developed for age-related macular degeneration could be just as effective as the injections without having that discomfort for the patients.
That would be really helpful.
It would, yes.
What other benefits does this eye drop have?
So in addition to the eye drops being, of course, far more pleasant than the injection, a really big benefit is how much money this could save the NHS, because at the moment these injections can only be performed at eye clinics and only by specialist doctors and nurses, which creates a huge financial burden. What's really special about these eye drops is that they're so simple to use that the patients could do it themselves, maybe even at home, which could save a lot of money.
So by when can we expect this treatment to be realistically available for patients?
So at the moment, this research, if it's going successfully, means that we could see clinical trials within the next 5 years, which may seem a long way away to some patients. However, with diabetes being the leading cause of preventable sight loss in the UK, this research has huge impact in the research community and could change so many people's lives.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for joining us in the studio, Iona.
Thank you.
There are currently over 1,000 asylum seekers living in Nottingham. Many of them aren't allowed to work until they get official refugee status, and that can take years. But this group is giving them something to focus on. The Nottingham Bike Works has teamed up with the Refugee Forum to offer build-a-bike classes. Not only do the young people get a chance to learn a practical skill set over the 6-week course, they will get to take a fully refurbished bike home. Nottingham locals are spoiled for choice this bank holiday weekend. With both Dot to Dot Music Festival and Nottingham Food and Drink Festival taking place, people have plenty of options, and popular local restaurant Annie's is getting the best of both worlds.
Of course, this Sunday we've got Dot to Dot, which we're very excited for because that's when this whole city ends up lighting up and everybody is walking around and watching music, as music is my passion as well as food. So it's going to be a very, very busy one. So we're getting geared up and ready to go.
A pub in Nottingham that serves a wide variety of beers is holding its annual beer festival this weekend. Known as the White Lion, which is run as a family business, the pub prides itself on serving more than 23 different kinds of beers and ciders. The festival provides a leisure time for the people of Nottingham and will also feature live music performances over the weekend. It is held biannually and aimed at raising charity money for emergency medical situations.
Potentially last year we saved 2 lives. That's how important each £1,000 is to the air ambulance. And over the last few years we must be close now to £10,000 for the air ambulance.
Now it's time for sports. We have CBJ's William Theobald joining us from Trent Bridge. He has been out and about in the sun to bring us our daily dose of sports. Over to you, William.
Notts County owner Alan Hardy is looking to improve the club's fortunes ahead of the 2017-18 season. by dipping into the Nottingham Forest Youth Talent Pool. After a strong end to last season, the Football League status was confirmed for Meadow Lane Club, but manager Kevin Nolan will be looking to strengthen the squad. Nottingham Forest, however, will be looking to spend big this summer. Evangelos Marinakis took over the club last weekend and has big targets in mind. Rangers' James Tavernier is at the top of their list, but may cost up to £1.25 million. And Gloucestershire will be in action at Trent Bridge against Nottinghamshire this afternoon. The game will last 4 days, but a frustrating draw for Nottinghamshire against Glamorgan means that a home win is necessary.
It's time for the weather now. Yesterday was the hottest day of the year so far. Our weatherman Lucky Luke, as we call him, is out in the Arboretum enjoying a bit of sun and also to bring you the weather this weekend. How is it looking, Luke?
Thanks, Ishan. Yes, as you can see, I'm here in Nottingham's glorious and oldest park, the Arboretum. It's always glorious here, but it's particularly so today with this amazing weather we're having, which looks set to continue actually. The sun should stay all day, and we're going to have highs of maybe 25, 27. So slightly cooler than yesterday with more breeze, but still very pleasant. That could lead to a muggy night, however, which could make it uncomfortable for some. I'm afraid this weather doesn't look set to continue all weekend. The problem with the heat is that we could be getting thunderstorms tomorrow. That should be rain from the morning on Saturday until about 5 in the evening, when it should brighten up. Sunday should be cloudier still, with highs of maybe 21, could dip to 13 in some areas. But that should make it a bit less humid with the cloud. And then Monday, I'm afraid it's another washout. Could be rain all day, maybe brightening up later on, but we'll just have to wait and see. Thanks, Ishan.
Thank you for that, Luke. That is all in the afternoon bulletin. We will join you again in the evening with some more stories. You can have a look at our website cbjnewsreports.co.uk in the meanwhile for interesting local stories. See you at 4 o'clock.